Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Covered in Style here. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for coming and clicking on the icon. If you've been here before, I thank you so much for the support. Don't forget to like this video, tell me what you think, and don't forget to subscribe. So today, like you read from the title, we are doing a smoky eye, and I am terrified. All right, so let's jump right into it. I am terrified, like I said. Smoky eye makes me scared. Sometimes it's easy because it's just one color and maybe you're doing like a lighter color, but when you step into the darker colors, that's when I get nervous because of fallout, because it could look muddy, because, you know, it's just strategy meets perfection in this case. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do a smoky eye. We're just gonna get right into it. Today I basically used like all these new products from Target. So I got a serum from Natrium. I got a eye cream from Versed. I used the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Moisturizer. I used their Thayer's toner. And the only thing that probably in my face routine that is not from Target is my face wash, but it's very important to have a skin routine. So I did that before, and then we're just gonna go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer to start. Now I love this primer because it's really tacky and it just goes on, it really sticks to your makeup, so I love that. And it's just easy to go on. It doesn't feel too heavy on the face, and it kind of gives you like a little bit of a subtle glow, so I love it. So we are gonna go in with the Precisely My Brow pencil. My eyebrows are not done, don't judge me. I haven't plucked in a minute. I'm kind of growing them out right now too, so I want to have a nice thick brow. So we're just gonna trace them like normal. And little hair strokes to fill it in. All right, there's our eyebrows. We're just gonna set our brows with a little brow gel. This is just a brow gel from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It's a little dirty looking because of my brow color. One side's for lashes and one side's for brows. All right, so next we're going to set up our eyes with a little concealer to set up my eyes for the eyeshadow and also just to clean up the eyebrows. All right, so now I'm gonna take this Morphe E46. It's kind of like a thicker angled brush. I'm gonna take my Coco from Fenty Beauty, and I'm just going to give that natural contour to my eye first. So that kind of connects in with my nose contour. I'm gonna add that in now so I don't have to mess around with the black, because when you're doing a black smoky eye, you kind of have to layer to get the right colors and not to go too dark too fast. Also, I wanted to keep this look very simple. I did practice a couple of times because that's kind of my strategy when it comes to filming. I will take a look, get excited about it, practice it, and then film it like the next day or so, just so I still have that same like energy. But do you see where I'm just putting it into just like my little crease here? It's very subtle, but it will help you later not have to blend that out. That's it. Just kind of add it in there. You're not contouring your nose. This is all about the eye, but you're setting it up for the eyeshadow. All right, so for this black smoky eye or dark smoky eye, when I'm going for my darker smoky eye, I do want to add a little bit of a pop of color, whether it be like a little shine in my tear duct or like a little like blue or purple or like orange. Today we're gonna go on the orangey brownie side, so very neutral. I want this to be a seamless ombre from black to kind of like brown, and then we'll do a little bit of brown underneath so it's not so black and we don't look like we have raccoon eyes. So I'm gonna take my bronzer from the Glamour Bronze collection by Morphe in the color Leader. So I'm just gonna take this brush, and this is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH30. It's a really, really fluffy, big surface area brush. It is important what brushes you use here because you're dealing with black. You wanna be very precise. So I'm gonna take this Glamour Bronze, right? And I'm just going to create my transition shade here, right? We're gonna minimize the amount of shadows that we use here because when you're doing a black smoky eye, it is not fun. Like, I'm like scared half the time because of the raccoon eye look. So I'm just gonna go with the shape of my eye. So I'm just gonna stay away from the corners of my eye and just fill in the transition shade here, just in the middle, very subtle. For me, I'm just going for an almond shaped, just like my eyes. Blending is the most important here, but I think that's good for our transition shade. All right, so next is we're gonna go in with the black shadow. We're just gonna go for it. So I wanted to minimize the amount of colors that I used here, so we're just really just doing like a one color blown out shadow look. So it's very important to have a good base when using black. For some reason, the blacks that I have don't seem to stick to my foundations or like my concealers that well. So the little trick that I have, since I don't have a really good eyeshadow primer, I am going to use an eyeliner gel. So I'm gonna take the synthetic brush, and this is a MAC 287. And I would normally just use my finger, but this is kind of a good mimic. And I'm just gonna take some of that color. It's just a black liquid gel liner, right? So I'm gonna take that color, and this is gonna act as like my eyeshadow base. And the reason why I'm using the eyeliner color is because it's the same color as my eyeshadow. So it's really gonna give me a full payoff when it comes to the color on my skin. So I'm just gonna take this, it's pretty saturated with product, and I'm just going to follow the shape of my eye. I'm not gonna go any further because I'm gonna blend it out with a brush afterwards. So we're just gonna pack it on to our lid, and I'm gonna work one eye at a time because I found that the quicker you work with the gel liner and the eyeshadow, the better results you have. And then I'm gonna take this MAC 217, and it has no product on it right now. It's very clean. And I'm just gonna use that to blow out this eyeliner. It's important to incorporate the shadow into it while the liner is drying so that they all dry together and kind of just stay on the skin. And the color I'm using here is the iluvsarahii's collaboration with Dose of Colors. This color is really pretty. It has little specks of glitter in it, and it just comes out really beautiful. I'm gonna go in with this Morphe 411, and it's kind of like a crease blending brush. It's kind of pointed but fluffy at the same time, so it can really get in there. So I'm just gonna take a MAC black color, just black, just go with the black color. I'm gonna get it on the very, very tip, and I'm just gonna blend it out into the shape that I'm looking for. I would say that is it for smoky and using any black colors. I kind of just dust off onto my hand, so if there's any extra color, I'm not like just bringing more color into this shape, because as you can see, it's starting to wing out here. So that's telling me to stop. I'm just patting in to fill in the color. So I'm going to take a brown color and just kind of blend out the edges of this, but it is exactly what I want it to look like. We will go with the Zulu by Juvia's Place. And there's like this brown color in there. I did a full eye on this. I'll tag it up above if you want to go watch it. But I did a full like taupey brown eye. And it comes out way lighter than I thought it would. So I'm gonna take that on a really, really fluffy brush with no product on it, JH32, and I'm just going to blend out that color. So right in between where that color meets the transition color, I'm going to put this color, and I'm really gonna go over the black a little bit because I want this to be really ombre. Okay, so I know we're a little scared now, right? Like we put the shadows on, we blended out the black, we went over the black outline here with a little bit of that transition brown color. I'm really liking the way the ombre looks. I know it looks a little scary right now, but we're gonna clean up this area with like a makeup wipe or something like that. I've noticed that the glitter, as you can see, the glitter that I'm trying to stay on there wasn't showing through when I used the brush, so I dipped my finger into the shadow and put it right on there, and it helped it stick a little bit, but it's subtle. The ombre's there, that's what we're looking for. I'm gonna go in with some more primer. So I'm gonna mix the two of these colors and fix up the blending. So same brush, it's just black. And I'm actually gonna go in with the orange first. And just hit it with a little bit of that orange right there. And that's it. Little tricks. This is kind of like stopping the black from spreading. Now let's move on to the face. I am so happy I achieved this look. Looks so cute. Gonna go in with a little bit more primer underneath and on my nose. All right, so today we're using the Fit Me Matte and Poreless. You know, this is one of my favorite foundations. It's like $7 on Amazon. Amazing. And I use the color Cocoa 355. This is the Sonia Kashuk at Target's sponge, and I heard from a blogger that it's a really, really good sponge, so I got it, and it gets pretty large in size, as you can see. So I'm gonna use this for my face, just the back of it. Okay, so now after our foundation, this is again the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. Very cheap, very affordable, and great coverage. I am a big stan of this one. So now we're gonna go in with Huda Beauty in the Tantour Medium, and I'm just gonna start carving out my face. I will add a little bit of liquid blush today. We're gonna use the Rare Beauty. This is their matte formula, and this is the color Grace. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this before I go jump into my concealer. So I'm just gonna go with 2 dots because a little bit goes a long way with this product. And I'm just gonna use my blush brush from Morphe, the Morphe 405. And I'm just gonna blend out that color and into my temples. Looking delicious. So I'm gonna start with a more of a skin tone, like golden concealer, and then I'll brighten up the under eye a little bit more, and I'll layer the concealer. We're gonna start with the Born This Way multi-use Sculpting Concealer. And this is a matte concealer in the color Maple. So I do give it a little second to sit there. I'll even use a little fan and blow it. Just to get a little bit more coverage out of my foundation, I'm gonna go back in with the Sonia Kashuk. That looks cool. All right, I'm gonna start with my Dermablend setting powder. This is the translucent. I made sure with my beauty blender that all those little creases are, you know, smoothed out before I go in with my setting powder, because it's going to stay the way it looks. I'm just gonna get like a fluffy, brush like this, dip it in, and just set those creases to make sure I get no creases. And later on, I'll go in and bake with the Fenty Beauty powder. I really like this powder because it's superly finely milled, that it kind of like just sets really nicely. So I'll start with this. Almost like the Laura Mercier, honestly. I just don't have it right now. So I'm setting my concealer everywhere. Every single place I put the concealer. This is the new Fenty foundation powder, and I'm going to use that to set my foundation today. And you know, earlier I used the Maybelline matte and poreless, and then this one is the Pro Filter powder foundation in the color 410 from Fenty. And that's it. I'm liking the way my color looks. Everything looks in place. So now we're gonna take the Fenty Beauty powder in the color Honey beauty sponge from e.l.f. Cosmetics, which I love, and I'm gonna dip it into the powder, and I'm just gonna bake my face in places that I need to bake. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of the Glamour Bronze in the leader and just set that bronzer underneath and finish this face. That's it. That's pretty much our look, honeys. So what I'm gonna do is dust off this powder, put some lashes on, and I'll be right back. All right, so the lashes are on. I will tag the lashes, or you know, include the lashes in my description in the box below, but they are, you can't really see because it's black, but they are really full and really fluffy. And I am going to take my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, which is probably one of my favorites. All right, so for underneath the eyes, I want to pull everything together. So I'm going to go back in with that black color, and I'm just going to line to connect my eye to my shadow. Stop about there, but connect it. See that? So now for the finale, we're going to take this small little blending brush. I'm going to go into the Mocha Mami, actually. I'm going to take that color, obviously you can see I love it. I'm going to take that color, and that's what I'm going to blend under the lash line. All right, so I did add some of that mineralized skin finish, Soft and Gentle from MAC. It's a highlighter, and I added a little bit to my cheeks, a little bit to my nose, a little bit to my chin and forehead, and it really like brightened up the look, which is actually what I'm going for. I do think I need a little bit more blush, and I'm just using what's left on the brush. I didn't add anything else in there. And we're just gonna take this Dark Room pencil by Morphe, and I'm just gonna line my eyes to about the middle. That's it. Just to help that dark look underneath mirror the top of the eye look. And for the lip today, I'm gonna take the Morphe pencil in Bay. It's kind of like this pinky nudie color. Coco, Cooler, which is a brown color from Lip Bar, which I love. Talk about sultry. But I hope that you guys liked this video and you like this look, and it teaches you another way that you can kind of fight with black shadow, because I find myself fighting with black shadow. So this is an easy way for you to use black shadow. But I really like this look, and if you guys did too, don't forget to like. Let me know in the comments what you think about this look, what you think about this eye. If you would do it, if you're scared, let me know, because I'm here for it. I was scared. I did a brown lip with a black eye and it came out really, really cute. It's all about just, you know, taking risks. So I hope that everyone is doing good. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for being here with me.